Okay, so we have this question right here. It says a tire on a racing bicycle contains nitrogen at a temperature of this. The nitrogen in the tire has a volume of this. The pressure of the nitrogen in the tire is this. Nitrogen is pumped into the tire. The volume of the tire remains constant. The total mass of the nitrogen in the tire, including the added nitrogen, is 2.00 gram. This is the total mass, right? After they have added the new nitrogen as well. Calculate the increase in pressure of the nitrogen in the tire. Assume that the temperature is constant. Mass of the nitrogen molecule is this. A nitrogen molecule means one nitrogen molecule has a mass of this. Okay, so let's do a step by step. The first step I say is identify values. What values you have? So we have temperature, we have volume, right? Initial volume, and then the final volume is also the same. And you have initial pressure, and you have the total mass, and you have the mass of one nitrogen, and one nitrogen molecule, right? Molecule. And you need to find the basically you need to find the increase in temperature, right? Increase in, sorry, pressure, my bad, increase in pressure. So in order to find the increase in pressure, you need to have the final pressure, right? What is the final pressure? Then you can subtract the initial minus final, and then you can get the increase in pressure. Okay, increase in pressure. So now the second step I usually say is to find the formula. Okay, what formula are we gonna use? We can use the formula of PV is equals to NKT. Pressure volume equals to number of, basically the molecules, number of molecules, Boltzmann constant, and temperature, which is in always kelvins. Okay, remember that. Now the second thing is that we don't have this, we have everything, but we don't have the number of molecules. So how we're going to get the number of molecules? So I'm going to explain you in a very simple way. Okay, so if you want to get the total mass, right? Total mass of the nitrogen, right? So this is your total mass. So this is your total mass. So what you do is you multiply the nitrogen mass of the nitrogen molecules, right? What I wrote it like MO dot N dot M. You multiply with the number of molecules you have, right? So a single nitrogen molecule, the mass of single nitrogen molecule, you multiply with the number of molecules, right? How many molecules do you have? And then you get the total mass, right? So now you need this part right here. You have this and you have this as well. So if you rearrange it, it will be N equals to Tm by MO dot N dot M. Okay. So if you input the values, the total mass is 2, and make sure to convert it into kgs, right? SI unit is kg for mass. So times 10 raised to power minus 3, basically divided by 1000. And then you have the value of this as well in kg. So 4.67 times 10 raised to power minus 26. Now you will get your number of molecules as 4.28 times 10 raised to power 22. Okay, these are the number of molecules you have actually in this total nitrogen mass in the tire. So now if you input the values, right, so you need to find the pressure. Okay, the final pressure. Okay, this is final pressure, so you need to find the final pressure. So you have the number of molecules, which is 4.28 times 10 raised to power 22, right? And then you have basically the Boltzmann constant, which is 1.38 times 10 raised to power 10, right? Minus 10 raised to power, not 10, 10 raised to power minus 23, sorry. And then you have to added with your temperature added with the kelvins, so it's 273. You can also write 0.15, it's up to you. Okay, I'm gonna just write now 273 because I have calculated my answer using 273. Okay, So if you divide it by 2.85 times 10 raised to power minus 4, which is your volume, I shifted the volume down, right, to the right side, so it divides. So 2.85 times 10 raised to power minus 4 meter cube. Now your final pressure will be equal to 6.11 times 10 raised to power 5 pascals. Okay. Now if you go down a bit, and your increase in pascals, basically increase in pascals will be your final pascal minus your initial pascal. Okay, so your final is 6.11 times 10 raised to power 5, and your initial pascal was, let me see, it is 5.75 times 10 raised to power 5, so 5.75 times 10 raised to power 5 pascals. Now if you subtract it, you will get your increase in pascals, which is 3.64 times 10 raised to power 4 pascals. Okay, so this is a very simple way to get your answer for this increase in pascals. Okay, so yeah, this is your final answer.